Hey, how you doing? I hope you're doing good. I think there's a fingerprint on my camera lens, but it's okay. I guess it's not gonna be. You guys. I don't think you guys are gonna see it a lot. So, hey, what's up? How you doing? Today I just wanted to make a quick video. A quick video. I always say this, but I never know if it's gonna be a quick video or if it's gonna be a long one. To be fair, cause I just finished work. Yeah, and the only thing that I wanted to do right now was sit down on this exact chair and just talk. I got so excited about the idea of making a video that I was just like rushing here and be like, okay, yeah, I just want to make a video. And honestly, I've been loving those videos where I'm just talking about my life as an artist and someone who's trying to earn money from making music and making art in general. That I'm so glad that I can do those videos, because it's just like, on top of being a way of documenting my life, it's also a way of me channeling my energy and giving it to you guys. And also it's kind of a therapy session, if I can say it like that. So I was really excited to the idea of making this video, so I'm really happy to be here with you guys. I hope that you're gonna enjoy the video. Today I have, oh my god, I had a subject in mind, for the past couple days. I was like, I had this idea where I know you're gonna notice this, but if you're a musician or an artist or you make music, whatever, I think this could also relate to other types of art, like it could be music, painting, drawing, whatever. But the more you do something, the more you're gonna wanna buy stuff, like you wanna get some new plugins, get some new pedals for your guitar, get some new, I don't know, some new stuff for your drum kit, or some new, I don't know, some new paint for your paintings and stuff. And sometimes I feel like the more plugins I have, because I make music, so I like to buy plugins, but the more plugins I have, the less I use them, if it makes sense. So the more plugins I have, the less creative I get, you know what I mean? Like, originally when I bought those plugins, like all the subscriptions that I have and everything, I was like, yo, this will make me like tap into my creative side much more, blah 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 and stuff. And now I realize I just end up using like one or two, maybe three plugins from that subscription, and I'm like, damn, like I didn't need those plugins. So yeah, I was like, I'm not really being more creative. Like I do use those three plugins for those very specific stuff in mixing music, but then I'm like, damn, I'm just not using the rest of it. And I'm like, this is the same thing for everything in life, it's kind of more of a deep stuff, but like, the less you own, the more free you feel, kind of. Because for me, for example, when I make music and I have my three VSTs that I use at the time. So if you don't know, VSTs like virtual instruments. If I use those three plugins, I can get really creative with what I already have. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to get new sounds from this plugin that I have. Same thing with, for example, mixing gear. If you only have one, you don't have any other ways of getting the sound that you want. You just need to, you can only use one instance of the gear that you have. So you're just like, damn, I need to figure out how I can make it sound like this, but I only have that. So I feel like creativity also comes with the fact that you are restricted in what you use. If you don't have that much, I feel like you're gonna find out new ways to get creative with what you have, which is, I feel like, the goal of an artist. And when I look at like some painters that I like or musicians that I like, I realize that they really don't use that much gear. They just use like an SM7B for the mic, which is a decent mic, but it's like, it doesn't cost that much. They have a mic, a normal interface. Loads of people are hating on Focusrite, but I've seen Benny Blanco using it, and I was like, damn, the fuck, because you would have thought that this guy would maybe use like something better or whatever, but it's like, nah, man. Sometimes I'm on the road and I just write songs with my Focusrite and my Shure SM7B, and I'm like, wow, okay. Yeah, and stuff like that. Even for paintings, like I've seen someone, I don't know the name of the artist, but the guy only uses what he finds on the streets. So he's just using like, he just recycles things, and he said that this was his own way to get creative with what was already present. And I'm like, this is exactly what I want to do, you know. I want to be as creative as I can with the tools that I have. And lately I've been trying to, it's not minimalism, but I've been trying to reduce the plugins that I use to like just like my top 10 plugins and just stick to them, you know. Same for my workout. Lately I've been training with a kettlebell. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's just been fantastic training with that, because I only have like one weight, you know, and I can do every kind of exercise with them. Squats, I do I don't even know how it's called. Lunges, damn, a kettlebell exercise is like, you know. Yeah, I don't even know what it's called. Like, I like to do sports. I'm not huge on the names, you know. I don't really know how it's called. I'm pretty sure it has a name. I forgot the name now. Man, I don't know. I forgot. But yeah. So yeah, technically, I've been trying to minimalize like the things that I use on a daily, so that way I can, you know, I know that I only have a certain amount of options during my day, and then I can make a lot of creative choice with those tools, because I don't have to choose the tools, you know what I mean? So the less time I spend trying to choose a tool means the more time I can spend being creative with the tool, you know what I mean? So that's why I've been trying to reduce the amount of plugins that I use, to discover new ways to tweak them. Same with the kettlebell. How can I train my lower body with something that is supposed to train your arms, for example, whatever. And also, yeah, I guess it's been a principle in my life right now. So I guess that the less you own, the more free you get, literally, because you get more creative. And to me, creativity is freedom, you know. So it's just a thought that I had, and I really wanted to talk about it, because I was like, if I'm feeling like this, you watching this must feel the same. If you're an artist, just, I would recommend you, for a week, you try, you know, for example, if you're a musician, you use a lot of plugins. Try for a week not to use as many plugins, and stick to like 2 VSTs, and then one compressor, one EQ, whatever, and just try to get creative with what you got. Okay. And also, damn, I don't have that much battery left. Okay. Also, if you are an artist and you want to write songs and record music and stuff, just don't get like into music thinking that you need the most high-end stuff, or like whatever. You can literally make music with whatever you've got. You know, if you've got BandLab on your phone with some AirPods or earpods or whatever the kind of headphones you're using, you can make music with this nowadays. Like Steve Lacy, I think he started making music on his iPhone, and is still going to recording studios right now with his iPhone, you know. And you're like, damn, bro, like you really be doing this. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's so easy for us as artists to get caught up in the circle where like we need to buy more expensive gear to get a better sound quality. But you know, the equipment you have does not provide a good song. You know, you can buy a new preamp, but the preamp is not gonna make the good song for you. You know what I mean? You are going to make the good song. And I feel like limiting the options, limiting your choices that you have to do during the day, meaning working with less options, right, will enable you to tap into this creativity more. Now, I'm not saying that you don't need good quality things, because you absolutely do. Damn, I'm going to be attacked by mosquitoes. I don't know if you see them on camera, but they're crazy. They're going crazy right now. So yeah, the less you own, the more creative you're gonna get with what you have, and the more creative you're gonna get, the better the result will be. Now, don't cheap out on the quality sometimes, but if you're just starting out, don't buy the most expensive stuff ever. Just do the art that you love with what you already have or what you can find. Don't buy, don't buy shit brand new. Buy stuff second-handed, right? Try to find some options to get the basic stuff that will get you going, and then once you earn money from what you're making, you can improve. Okay, you can upgrade. You can just get that new mic, that Newman, But until then, just make things with what you have, and this will be the most beautiful pieces of art that you're gonna get. I swear to God. All right, I just swear it. Just believe me. So for the next week, just gonna do a challenge. There's a spider climbing on my camera. This is crazy. Wow. I'm on my balcony right now, and if you cannot tell, there's a lot of flies and insects because the weather has been kind of crazy. So it's been snowing a lot, not snowing, raining a lot, and the temperature is really warm. So that's kind of crazy. Yeah. So what I meant is that just for the next week, try to use as little plugins, I don't know, like try to stick to 2 or 3 plugins if you're an artist, and just let me know in the comments like what you think about it. I got really distracted with the spiders and everything, man. Come on, move out the way, bro. So yeah, if you want to join me on this challenge, I will be using only 3 plugins next week, and I will try to get to the bare minimum of everything during the following month, so that way I can reduce what I use to see what I really need and what is really good for me. And I guess that's also something that I could say for your overall general life. Get a journal, get a camera, get a kettlebell, and get a computer, and then just go out in nature and work out. That's it. Boom. 5 pillars of my life: documenting, working, being present spiritually as well, and yeah, getting some nice sleep. And just those are the basic stuff that I will always do and that I stick to. And I feel like when it comes to creativity, the less you own, the more creative you get. Yeah. So I hope this video inspired you. That's the goal, right? And anyways, I'm really happy I talked to you about this, because I really wanted to get it out, and I feel like there's nothing else for me to say right now, so I'll just cut the camera off. In the meantime, if you haven't already, go outside, get some sunlight, create. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. You are where did I start to? You are exactly where you are supposed to be, okay? Don't put too much pressure on yourself. You're exactly where you need to be. I love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.